Are you worried about a COVID-19 resurgence?
Well, I think that put more emphasis on health rather than sickness. And if you eat well, exercise, and look after your mind, body, and spirit, whatever's going to happen is going to take us out.
And no, I'm not concerned about COVID. I think if people get their vaccination and practice good healthcare interaction with other people, then I think we should be okay.
That's a complicated question. So I do know a little bit about how viruses and such things work just because of my work experience. So viruses mutate because they want to survive. So naturally they would become weaker because if they keep killing off their hosts, fewer people will be able to carry the virus. So I think we will see a resurgence, but possibly of a weaker strain than what we've seen in past strains.
Not really, no. I get my boosters regularly, and I think that we will continue to see it popping up from time to time, but I don't think it's going to be the issue that it was 3 years ago.
So in the back of my mind, obviously there's always worry that something's going to come back, but I'm not, I'm just living my life.
No. No.
Why is that?
Well, I never got it myself. I, got vaccinated a few times, and no, it's not really a concern.
I'd like to say I'm to the point where we're just wandering around trying to enjoy life, but it's in the back of my mind all the time, especially because I have some elderly parents and some folks in my, circle who have some other health issues, and it's always something I'm cautious about.
In regards to COVID, I would suggest not. Basically, with the amount of the vaccinations and the people that have gotten vaccinated, I think at this point that the COVID virus as being an overall catastrophe to the economy and to the community is past. There will be some lighter variations of that might accumulate to be in a light cold or a little bit of a flu, but not the severe impact that we had early on.
I'm not sure, to be honest. I think it's possible it could be a resurgence, but I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of people have several vaccinations, so I think if there's an issue, we'll be less likely to be super affected.
I am worried about a resurgence. I don't think we're seeing the same level of people dying from COVID, but we are seeing people getting really sick, and it's still spreading, so I am quite worried about that.
I'm worried about it because a lot of people don't take it serious. And when you look on the medical side of it, it's been increasing. And then people are not as careful as they were during COVID. I was just in a situation where there's a group of people and a woman just coughed out and didn't cover her mouth or anything. So I think that we need to revisit that and to keep people safe and healthy.
Definitely concerned about it. I see very few people masking these days, and I just know from my social circle that lots of people are getting COVID from family get-togethers, and I think that essentially, the people in charge of public health need to do more work on informing the public about what's going on, because the levels of hospitalization are still high, and with the other respiratory diseases out there, it's not necessarily going away.
I have a feeling it may come back again, but in a different form. So I do have some reservations about how people are handling it right now. And it seems like everybody's let their guard down, which I guess I'm one of them also. But not wearing masks, but I think that if it does come back again, at least we have the tools this time around to probably deal with it.
I'm a little worried about a COVID resurgence. I think there's less people getting vaccinated than used to get vaccinated. It wasn't that long ago that people were vaccinated for TB and different things like that. And, people have generally good health, and I think sometimes they take that for granted.
So it does worry me. I've got young children, so we're all vaccinated, and I hope people are getting vaccinated. At the end of the day, though, it is people's choice. I think one of the things that everybody's got to realize is I don't think the threat of COVID is over, and I don't think the threat of another resurgence is, that it may still come, and everybody should be worried about it because it doesn't seem to be as serious as it was when COVID first came out, but there's still a lot of health issues, and there's a lot of Canadians that are at risk. So, I'd encourage people to think twice and and try to do their part by getting the vaccine if they believe that it's in their best interest.
I think you should always have that in the back of your head. I definitely think it's going to happen again. And as a city, we, I think, are a little bit better prepared, but we should have definitely a plan going forward because I think it will resurface.
Yeah, I think I'm worried. I mean, our healthcare system is not doing very well right now, as you can see by wait times. People can't find doctors, etc. I think it's always an issue if it comes back, and we kind of put a strain on these systems that are already strained. And yeah, people dying too is always a bad thing. So all around, yeah, it's a problem.
I believe that COVID-19 is going to be endemic in our society, and I think we do need to have policies and public health policies that control the spread of respiratory pathogens, again, to protect our most vulnerable.